Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss a specific type of container which we can define under the pod definition, which is called init container. As the name suggests, init container is for the initialization purpose. What this means is before your application or main container comes up, if you want to initialize something, you want to run something. Suppose I want to start a backup job. I want to start a backup or maybe some kind of environment setting using a container, then I can use the init container for that purpose. So init container will start, perform the task, perform the task, and then terminate. Then only the main container will start it. So init container is having a separate life cycle. It will not keep on running it until unless init container doesn't complete its task. Main container will never start it. So that is what exactly init container rule is. Okay. So depending on your requirement, you can have more than one init container, but they will run in the sequence. So let's go and understand the things, how the init container works is. Okay. Okay. So what is init container? Init container are the container that should run and complete before start of the main container inside the pod. They have separate life cycle as I mentioned. Okay. Initialize and enable the separation of concern in the application. For example, you need a specific software which you want to run your application, you can do the installation as the part of init container. So this is the thing. Init container, they will run in a sequence. If I have more than one init container, first container will come, then second, then third, then only the main container will start. Main container start only once init container complete its task. Due to some reason, if init containers are in the pending state, then main or application container will never start it. So it always remember init containers are need to complete their life cycle. Need to complete their life cycle means they will start, they will perform the task, and they need to terminate it, then only the main container will start it. Intent containers are exactly like regular container, except init container always run to completion means they will start, they will finish the task and terminate it. Each container must complete successfully before the next one started. To specify an init container for a pod, add the init container field inside the pod definition. So I'll just show you here in my YAML file how init containers looks like. Again, in my repo only, init pod.yaml is there. So AKM is same. Under the spec section, one is container and second is init containers. So what will happen? First, this init container will start it. It will pull this image. It will run this task. Once this is complete and terminated, then the main container will start it. Let's go and run this thing. kubectl create -f init pod.yaml. Okay, kubectl describe pod with init. I'll just describe it, you can see it. First, it is starting the init containers. See, pod initialization is happening and then it terminated. So let's go and see if see that how it is working. See, init container, it started it out, it pull the image, it run this command running. Okay, so this particular thing, now where you can see whether it is terminated or not, you can see it here only. Once I describe it now, you just see here that particular container which we have started it, it is completed. Okay, you just scroll it up, it is terminated and completed. So it means init container, when it is started, it will pull the image, it will run the things, whatever task has been assigned, it will do that thing, and then the main container will start it. If I have 5 init containers mentioned in this file, or 3 init containers, they will run in a sequence like this: one, two, three, four, five, and then once it's complete, it will terminate it. I'll just show you the lab details here only in the my link. I will add this link in the uh, description of the this particular section. Okay, this particular chapter description, you can find the things. So this is the lab you will be performing it out, describe and do this thing. There is a lab number 5 is there where you will be misspell the init container. I'm just misspelling the init container image, and then see that what is your observation. Like it should be it ideally what your observation is, you can drop me a mail, or otherwise you can put in the comment section that okay, whether it is terminated or it is in the pending state and all these things. So we have two exercise here. First is simple. Just go and see the describe and see the life cycle of the init container in the describe statement of the init container. When you describe it, you will see the life cycle here. So once this is completed, you should see that okay, whether it is showing you completed and terminated or not. If it is showing pending, it means the main container will never start it. So please go and check this thing and provide your inputs in the comment section. So that's it from my end for this particular chapter. What is init container, what it is use cases and all these things. So as per the use cases, you will be using it. So that is the summary for this session. Now we will go and learn the other workload API such as replication controller, replica set and deployment. Thank you for joining this session.